So in this video, we will talk about the Django QuerySet. As in the previous video, we will talk about the one issue in our model manager that is we cannot do a chaining filtering, right? After one method, we cannot call the another method from our model managers, right? So in this video, we will create our custom query set and we will do this chaining filtering, right? So to do that, first let's create a class. Writing a student query set. Okay, and this should be the child of the models dot query set class. Okay, so right in this we can create our methods that we need. Okay, so in the same functions I'm using query set that, right. So these are the function that I want, right? So self, the query set self contain all the student data, and here in the model manager we need to do some changes. Like here we are returning a query set itself, query set data after filtering. Okay, but what we need to return, we also need to return a query set object, but this one is the default. But in our in now we need to return our custom query set object. So it just return custom, and it accepts some parameters, required parameters like model, which model we want. So we want the current model, the student. So we will pass the current model self dot model, and one other parameter we can pass the using is basically we use when we have multiple databases in our Django application. So here we can define which DB we want. So we can define a default. So in self underscore DB, it will get the default one. And this method is the exactly we can use same, but we can also do some modification for better. So, because these are the duplicates, right? And in Django it should be a dry, don't repeat. So let's first check and then we will do the update. So just go to the file cell, import our model, it, and in the same that we done a previous, first we will get all the adults. First let's check we are getting all record. Not, yeah, it's working fine. Now let's females, many females are there. Okay, so there are two females, right? If you check the data, here we have two females, but I want only the adult after, right. um, in the previous video we have updated the age of Puja is 16, so the result should be the Anjali only. If we do a chain filtering like these adults, it should work now. It should not return any error or kind of thing. Yeah, it's working fine, right? So it's returning only one query set, that is Anjali, right? Okay, so now let's go back to our code and do some changes. So here we are doing self dot filter, but what we can do, we can directly use this query set methods, right? So just remove, and what we instead we do self dot get query set. Okay, and then dot, and we call these functions mails. Okay. In the same way we can do for others as well. Mail and email equal to 8 Yes, we that query set. Right. Now this is the good way to do it. Now we check. Let's first import. Mm, just run the same. Here you can see we are getting the same result. Okay, so this is the query set that allow to use directly in our model manager. Does not want to create a manager. You have just created only a student query set. Okay, then how you can use this query set in our manager? Let's do that. uh, let's just comment this. Okay, and but let's go back in our cell first. Import our model. Can we use these functions in our manager? Let's check students dot objects. We cannot use a student now because we have commented dot mails only. Here you can see you cannot use mail because it not exist in our manager, right? So how we can use this query set directly in our managers in our default? What you can do, you can create a objects. Instead of defining a default, what we can do, just for query set class, query set, and we can define it as a manager dot as underscore manager. In this way we can add our query set into our managers. Now if we run the same query again, here you can see we are getting data correctly, right? Now you can also do like adults only, right? Scanning functionality also. This is the advantage of creating our custom, and it will also give a dry functionality or in our Django project, and it will also separate our logics. Thank you.